Find angle Y below. Now, if you look at this circle geometry question, you observe that this line TOQ is the diameter of the circle. Line TOQ is the diameter of the circle. Now, anytime you see the diameter of a circle, what you just need to do is to trace the triangle that diameter forms, such that one part of the triangle will be the line of the diameter. So now that we have this triangle TPQ, then the next thing you need to watch out for is the angle that is opposite the diameter line. The angle that is opposite the diameter line, that angle definitely will be right angle. It will be 90 degrees. So that means the whole of this angle here is 90 degrees. So let me just put it here as 90 degrees. That is the whole of this angle. That is 90 degrees. So anytime you see a diameter line, just know that the angle that is facing or that is opposite the diameter line is always 90 degrees. And the theorem is that angle in a semicircle is right angle. Now, let's look at this diagram. This diagram here, that is TPRS. If you look at it, all the edges of this four-sided diagram, they are on the circumference of the circle, that is on the body of the circle. So anytime you see a four-sided figure in a cyclic, in a quadrilateral, or sorry, in a circle, where the angles are on the circumference of the circle, then what you just need to know there is that that figure is called a cyclic quadrilateral. So this TPRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. And the theory for a cyclic quadrilateral is that the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary, meaning that the opposite angles add up to 180 degrees. That is the meaning of the word supplementary. So if this is 132, then it is possible to find this angle here. What we just need to do is we have to subtract 132 from 180. So 180 minus 132 is going to give us 48 degrees. So this angle is 48 degrees. Hope you can see that. 48 degrees, because they are supplementary. When you add them together, to give you 180. Then the next thing we need to watch out for is how to find this angle here. To find this small angle. Don't forget, the whole of this angle is 90 degrees. Hope you can see that. The whole of this angle is 90 degrees. A portion of it is already 48. A portion of the whole 90 is already 48 degrees. So to get the remaining portion, we are going to say 90 minus 48. 90 minus 48 will give us 42. So that means this angle, this small angle here, is 42 degrees. So that 48 plus 42 will give us the total angle there as 90 degrees. Now, we'll now take the last step, looking at points R and Q. Points R and Q. If you look at it critically, I have two lines from R and Q now, these 2 points. I have this line going to the circumference of the circle at P. From Q, I have this line going to the circumference at P. And together, these two lines form this 42 degrees here. Hope you can see that. From R to P, that is a line. And from Q to P, that is another line. The two lines together form this 42 degree. Then in the same way, using R and Q, I have another two lines now moving to another part of the circumference. From R, I have this line coming to T. And then from Q, I have this line coming to T. Together, these two lines together form this angle Y between them. So that is the angle that they form. So in a situation like that, where lines are coming from the same point and going to different parts of the circumference to form two different angles, then what you need to know there is that angles in the same segment are equal. Angles in the same segment are equal. So if this is 42 degree, that means this angle Y is 42 degree because the two of them are angles in the same segment. So in conclusion, I can just simply say that angle Y is equal to 42 degrees. And the reason is that angles in the same segment are equal. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.